positioning in the lanes. Like, you have to be very careful where you're standing, especially versus like Ogre, Drow, Rubik. Like, there's not so much damage at level 1, but level
net worth. I think I said Draw Ranger. If Newbee managed to close this game out relatively early, obviously they can go late game, right? That is the big power of having a Morphling on your team, is that you can extend this game a lot later with the Draw Ranger strategy and still feel comfortable. And you also have... did we talk about the Morphling versus Naga Siren and how that feels for SC and how he's going to be able to get early farm?
It should be okay unless there's an Undying in your face, because Morphling struggles a lot actually versus Undying in lane phase.
Yes.
If you get hit by a couple of decays and you're already at Morph, like he's sitting at 280 HP on Morphling. But you have high damage, so as long as you're safe, you know, you shouldn't really die. There's no disable on the side to really take out a Morphling.
And they're putting a Draw Ranger, instead of having Sand King in a 1v1 against Forev, which would be tough in the beginning before Cosmic Finale really starts taking over. They're going to put Sand King up against the Vengeful Spirit Witch Doctor matchup and have Draw Ranger play the 1v1.
I think it's cool. They want to benefit from the pulls as much as possible with like the Rubik, the Sand King. Obviously, he's able to caustic down the creeps once he builds the pulls. And I think they want to make sure that UU9 gets solo experience. So they want to put him in that solo matchup. Be sure to boost up their Morphling as much as possible in the laning phase.
Let's see, what CS-wise we're looking pretty good so far.
Morphling's struggling pretty hard because of this Undying though. Like Faith was there, but Faith came like maybe like 10 seconds after the Undying. So Undying got already 2 decays off on the Morphling, so he feels a bit pressured. Don't think he should actually be missing that many CS. I think he just feels, you know, he feels bad. He just doesn't like this Morphling in his face, even though he doesn't really put the craziest amount of pressure on you. It's just like it's mental pressure more so.
It's kind of interesting. Like traditionally, we looked at Ogre Magi as just being like, you know, the strongest support. You know, but he's also very generic, right? What he does is very generic. He just kind of like runs at you, bubbles around. He's just big and tanky, and he doesn't care about physical damage. But if you think about it, right, the two supports that match that Ogre, they have very unique mechanics. Leech Seed, which is a slow and a heal as well as a damage over time. That very clearly, that unique mechanic won them the tri-lane. And then here, in the dueling scenario, the way that Undying works, and the way he's able to take away strength away from a Morphling who's already operating on low strength is very clearly winning them this dueling scenario. So while Ogre is, yes, the kind of like, yes, he's always hard to deal with, and because he's kind of generic and in your face, that he does make for a very good early pick, these other two strength heroes are actually proving to be much stronger in laning phase for these specific scenarios.
I mean, Peppy's owning. Like, Peppy's just doing such a good job for securing this lane. Like, SEC, he's just constantly sitting at like 4 strength.
I mean, I'm not sure how Febby has had this much mana. He's finally out. He's got 1 clarity. Rapid rotation coming in from Newbee here. 2-man smoke up from the 2 supports. They're going to lay down some nice aggressive vision that will be able to help out the Draw Ranger in this 1v1. But more importantly, they can get a kill on Fred here. Throw him into the creep wave. Going to be able to get a lot of damage. Just hype him around. They are going to try and TP in with a Witch Doctor, but it's just going to be a bit too late. Fred does end up going down. They drops a bit low. Paralyzing cast comes out, but it is obviously not enough for the Witch Doctor to be able to commit to a kill. EMU9 in a better scenario in this one relieves some pressure from the Morphling, but we also talked about the fact how Forev needs to be able to come online relatively early with his Blink Dagger as he's being chased away, but as the Tombstone blow, a TP going to be wasted bottom lane. They are going to be able to get the initiation on Forev, kind of hide him around. It looks like they're good to make this kill. Forev, unless he gets crazy lucky on spins, he won't be able to get a shot. He throws it down just to be able to get a little bit of extra damage, but Dubu's going to die as well, as the damage is just too much for them to handle. A bloodlusted Draw Ranger this early onto the game is a huge amount of physical damage. SD, once again, going to be pressured. They're going to try and force him back with waveform and get some damage onto this tier 1 tower, keeping the creep wave alive and on point.
Very smart rotations by Newbee though. Like, they know this tanking is self-sustainable. There's no way they can help the Morphling. They just want to keep pressuring this axe, and they can have 2 kills out of it because of UU's build, having the 3 in Frost Arrows and maxing up the aura as well. But he also tried to go for an epicenter kill on the bench, but Velo was smart. He just TP'd out right after the Burrow Strike epi.
Oh, okay. KP, how
yeah, he's a lot of mana.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got a bottle. He's gonna make the rotation to the mid lane. This could be where they put the pressure on the Nugget center.
Yeah, this can actually catch out MVP Phoenix while they're pretty aggressive forward here. Nice Sandstorm to be able to dodge any initiating stun, but he only gets a Bro Strike on the one, and his team not really able to follow up. Underneath the Tombstone, it's hard for them to be able to pursue forward. They finally kill the Tombstone. KP almost dying here, but Hugo can't quite get the kill. And SC, he charges forward, waveform onto one, gets one support, right-clicks the other one down, and now it's going to be QO who's going to be silenced up. Unable to do the Song of Sirens, last second, 35 HP. Woo!
The raindrop saving lives again.
Yep, that news from SC just not quite enough.
Damn, that's crazy though. You see how fast Newbee collapsed on that mid lane. They're like, this tower is important right now. We don't want to lose the tower at 8 minutes. Bring 5 heroes. Borev's not able to respond in time, obviously, because he's max in the bottom lane. He can't really TP to his tower and try to get involved in that type of way.
Yeah. And that's a large part. Oh, swap back. Telekinesis though, Bello. Put back into his play. He's going to be peppered away at some crossroads, and he will be able to get that kill. Wait for him forward. They get one. Paralyzing cast, bouncing around, but it's not going to be enough to save Newbee. Looks like he gets bounced over to U9. He will actually be able to stay alive. KP is going to have to dive in deep for the Burrow Strike, and might be able to escape still. Burrow Strike onto the Witch Doctor is going to be able to kill him, popping the Caustic Finale, slowing the pursuit by MVP Phoenix. This is creating space for SC and U9 to go back into right-clicking this tower, as they're still trying to chase KP a bit. QO, he knows nothing really going to come. Is MVP Phoenix going to react fast enough? Newbee's going to be able to wrap around here on the mid lane tower. They kind of got set up with Dubu on the side here, but it looks like they're just giving Fevy up.
Oh, and
they're
Dubu
saying
can
nope.
grab too. Kaka, is he going to go to the lift? Dubu with the cask should be
It's okay. Right now about the
I
game.
completely. Oh man, FCC.
I
Walked up into the
totally
darkness
missed
by
that.
himself. Yeah, I mean he grabbed an Invis and just walked into the enemy jungle, and MVP was there with 4 heroes.
All right. Yeah, I just kind of figured more playing all good by himself. Especially with an Invis rune, apparently not. Newbee, though, are going to 4-man smoke straight into the jungle, right where SC died, and try and catch some of these MVP Phoenix perhaps off guard, thinking that they just secured themselves a numbers advantage. There's no way Newbee would fight, but Newbee were definitely going to be fighting here. They're going to go in straight to the end center on the belt. That's going to be a quick kill, even with the Soul Rip. It won't delay his death. Dubu is going to be able to TP out, but Febby might be the second kill here. We're going to have Tranquil Boots online in 5 seconds. Febby's going to have to get himself into the trees in a good position to go TP out. That's a smart one, but unfortunately KP is a little bit faster than SC in this regard. Does manage to get the stun off in time, granting them 2 kills. Ball 9 is able to pick that one up.
I like dagger timing now.
Yeah.
The thing that's incredible is that KP is doing all this movement and all this action without the blink. Like, you don't see too many players. Like, you see, like, Wink, like you mentioned, do that. But now, again, SEC.
Oh, geez, the counter. Oh, nice 3-man Burrow Strike. That is going to stop things immediately. They are going to be able to get a counter death ward. That actually almost kills QO. Unfortunately, he's very tanky to physical damage. He'll be okay. Nice attempt there, Kaka. Febby is going to be the one caught out, though, as he tries to rotate over to help out his allies. He instead trapped upon by Newbee. They take their 11th kill of this game, where MVP Phoenix only sitting at a meager 2. They've got, and now they can go ahead and go for more objectives. Nice epicenter set up, and that magic damage burst that we talked about, not quite enough. Unfortunately, maybe if KP was level 11 and he had that second level of epicenter, maybe for you to be able to stop some of these pushes.
This is just, I mean, it's snowballing out of control. Like, you have a Naga though, so it does take some, obviously, though, it takes time.
Yeah, shake it, Kaka. You shake that death ward. Paralyzing cast and a counter death ward from Dubu shows them how it's done. A support for a core, though. Remember that Vengeful Spirit is still ultimately a core. They're going to be able to get the Undying on the backside as once again U9 managed to come in. Let's put the Hurricane Pike, not able to claim anything more, though. So a 2-for-1 exchange. It's here also just increasing the Morphling's farm, as he's going to be replicating those illusions. He'll have a Radiance to work off of his own.
Yeah, I mean, losing all these. I mean, they've lost every tower. They've lost every other tower. Their map control is negligible.
Can't even get the bounty room, huh, Kibo? And see, literally half a second ahead, they're going to be able to get the call, and SC starts morphing into strength, but they're just not going to be able to take him down fast enough.
Yeah, this is at the point where the Morphling becomes...
Oh god, another 3-man Burrow Strike into the epicenter. Goodbye, QO! You'll die because the damage over time is Song of Siren not lasting long enough for any of his allies to escape. It looks like Brad will be going down here, the TP away for 1. But that is just, especially at the top half of the map, so if they keep middle and bottom lane pushed in, they pretty much know everything about MVP Phoenix at all times.
Yeah, they don't even want this. They know that they can close this game out so early. Obviously, you know, it's 3-17, so they feel very confident, but, you know, Kata goes for that early match. Fate's going to be vulnerable for that. very early fight as well. So they're just looking to get all the pressure.
Jump in, call on to 2. That's pretty good. They're going to be able to follow up with a stun, but really, there's just nothing good there. Fella's going to be able to swap back, but now he's in danger. SD just keeps on marching forward. He knows he can. He's got the nuke. Not going to be able to finish him out. The call, not there in time. Fella may take out the burn. Meanwhile, they've already taken out the knock of Siren, who 9 minutes come forward. Really good paralyzing cast. Deadbee's going to be stopped up. There's so much tombstone action there. SD to be able to win this fight with some of the buyback. Deadbee's still not able to stay alive through the nukes of SC. He's just too big. Another buyback comes out. They're going to be able to get the call on Akaka, but SC is away. They're sacrificing some of their supports, it seems like, and the tombstone prevents their escape. But most importantly, SC did manage to get out despite all those buybacks from MVP. 4-man smoke out. MVP Phoenix desperately need to be able to get a big pick here and transform that into some semblance of map control. They're going to be able to have their smoke pop here. They're going to go for the swap back on the base. KD is sitting on the side here. The call goes down. KD comes forward, does manage to get the bro strike on a Perez, tries to run himself forward, and goes silence out there from Velo. But Unai is actually kind of stuck here. He's going to have heroes right up in his face. There's going to be no physical damage coming out from him. And if Perez can get this chop on the base, then it'll be a big movement speed boost. But now here comes the Song of Siren. Everything starts slowing down. They're going to be able to catch multiple heroes here. Even if Unai managed to get away, the 2 supports are definitely donezo. Ruby's going to be the first to go down. They will eventually be caught here. And the core is kind of sitting on the side still looking for an opportunity to make a go, but they realize with their supports down and a little bit of extra movement speed thanks to a Culling Blade onto an illusion.
Push fight that was kind of going on.
Alright, Fog, we barely missed. 28 kills by 25 minutes.
What?
And we went for the upwards of 26.
Oh well.
Oh well. Manta for the Dro Ranger. We almost have the, I mean, we were already seeing SC kind of pop his head out and try some nuke damage. We saw the Undying drop pretty low in the mid lane when SC tried that one, and he doesn't even have the Ethereal Blade yet. He's going to be picking it up soon, though.
Still just Kyo having to... He's trying his best. He's trying his damage to find as much farm as possible, but not having these tier 1s taken out at all, like the mid tier 1, like really makes his access much worse. He's able to throw his illusions at least into the jungle there, but he's not able to really farm out the mid lane, not able to cut the bottom wave at all just because of this. Maybe they'll have net this tower mid, but no, they're afraid. They don't even want to try it. Newbee, smoke. I think the word from MVP actually called that smoke, so they're probably going to group up inside of a high ground or hide in their base, or just let QO farm someone and just the rest of them will probably just hide.
Is this about the time? Because before you had MVP Phoenix hemmed in, you knew basically whenever they pushed out where their wards are going to be, most likely, unless they were super defensive, in which case you don't really care that much. They did their smoke. They managed to push out some. Is this the time you think about buying a gem just to re-control the map? Oh. Jump in. It's going to be real bad. It's going to lead into a silence eventually here. QO doesn't really stand a prayer here. If he had a Manta, maybe, just maybe, he'd be able to get rid of that silence and get the Song of Siren off, but he just doesn't have that item yet.
He felt safe. He did feel safe. But they knew the smoke was going on, but he was like, okay, they're not going to smoke here. They're going to smoke to like an objective. They're going to smoke to a lane, but going for the kill. They knew he's farming in the jungle. Like we said, that's the safest place for him to farm. Safest place for him to farm, and that's probably what Newbee's thinking as well. Like, he's in our jungle. I think that their better play is definitely buying a gem. They put it on QO, at least able to control the map, make sure that they're not getting all the
The call goes out. Perez is going to be the target here himself. He's the tombstone's behind him. They get really good heals out. The tombstone will eventually die here. Unai focuses down pretty well. He keeps the rest of MVP Phoenix back too. QO bought back for all of this. And they don't actually get a fight that they can push forward and succeed. They didn't bring anybody low enough with that axe initiation.
Yeah. They really wanted to try. They wanted to get kills, absolutely. And them not getting killed, that's actually super detrimental. Now it slows down the Manta style a lot by QO. And yeah, Newbee now complete access, complete control of the map. Bottom lane is kind of pushing in MVP's favor, but yeah, there's no way that they can get there, no way that they can benefit or capitalize on it.
In some ways, that buyback was necessary, right? Just because Dro Ranger lineups push so quickly. You needed to try and get the jump on them before they push into the tower, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, especially because they have Aegis still, and he's level 16, so he's got that little bit of a power spike from his level 3 marksmanship.
Yeah. 2 minutes still on the clock for that Aegis. Newbee continuing to push forward with confidence. Still don't have the Ethereal Blade, but they want to make use of this Aegis. And they could potentially end the game right now because QO does not have a buyback. They know that too. Tell me this call. They do manage grab 9, but there's just no follow-up for MVP Phoenix, they're just trying to keep Red alive, but there is no threat on the Newbee side. They're all very high HP. As he comes forward, he's going to be targeted a little bit, but he bounced back by the Hurricane Pike. He's going to be the one blown up instead as he comes forward for Decay. All the strength of the world won't stop him from going down. QO going to be targeted here, but MSN with the silence going up. They swap him back, but again, it's MVP Phoenix just trying to keep some cores alive rather than getting the kill. Finally jump forward, and there's the first culling blade of the match. Perez managed to get a really good call out, but it's only going to be able to kill one core, and he's still going to be hecked down by this Hurricane Pike Boom 9 Draw Ranger. He keeps his distance and rips cores apart. Now it's only QO left alive, and Newbee will just end this game right here, right now. They're just going to move to the second lane of racks. There is only one buyback for MVP Phoenix. 20 seconds left for all the other heroes, so maybe they can buy back and defend their top lane of ranks, but Newbee are still going to be in an extraordinary situation here in this game number 2. Very unlikely.
Yeah, Naga versus the world, there's no way that you can do it in this type of game. Newbee, they realized what went wrong in the last fight too. Like the tombstone went down, and instantly you could see all 5 of them switch to it automatically, not caring where it was positioned.
There's a call, but Hurricane Pike over the cliff. They are going to be able to catch some of these heroes. Berev, 5 seconds. He may still be able to catch some people here with this call as the Song of Siren wears out. 1 more second, he needs to be able to get a 9, that's for sure. They're going to try and collapse on him. He still has that Aegis though. Meanwhile, Bell in the background is being pummeled by SC. And this carry Morphling goes to work. Finally, they're going to bring down 9, but that's just the Aegis. They're going to try and go for Kaka next. A mini Rubik as an Undying manages to steal that ultimate, but Bevy, the real Undying, he'll be the one dying. Perez, he'll also be going down here. The interior plane finally up. SC makes short work of some of these cores. Ultra kill for him. He looks at the rampage, but MVP Phoenix will deny QO. Head back to the fountain. They surrender this game. The series taken by Newbee in very clean 2-0.
Yeah, it almost seemed like the lanes were not so great.